listen to any podcasts?
There's a real mix. I listen to a sexual health podcast and an old car stories podcast. That's the main two that I actually religiously listen to.
What are they called?
One's called Past Gas, and the other's called Always Open.
Oh, never heard of them. Are they popular?
Yeah, they do well.
Oh, nice. I actually listen to a plethora of podcasts.
Is that what you sort of do all of your uni work too?
Yeah, I do a lot of my uni work to it, because since you're doing architecture, you don't really have to read much. And I can't listen to a podcast if I'm reading stuff or having to actually learn something.
Yeah.
But with architecture, it's just a lot of sketching and a lot of doing diagrams and measuring out things. It's not too demanding in that sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can easily just whack on a podcast in the background and get on my work. It's actually really relaxing. It's really, really nice.
That's cool. Yeah, it's cool.
But yeah, no, I listen to, who's it, Drew, Geordie, Happy Hour. I actually listen to Logan Paul's podcast. It's not actually too bad. It's not too shabby. But yeah, podcasts are good. But no, I thought we'd do this podcast just to start things off and sort of say why we started this channel.
Yeah, legit. I think that's a good plan.
Because I don't know. I know. You know, as well as a few other people know, that I had a YouTube channel before I got to university, and it did relatively well. It did okay.
Yeah, no, I think you didn't do bad at all. You had 1,500 subscribers, didn't you?
Yeah. No, I had 1,500 subscribers and a pretty solid fan base as well. They always make me videos and make worlds and stuff in Minecraft for me, and they were just really, really cool. It was really cool, and I since I stopped doing it, I always had a thirst to do YouTube again.
Yeah, no, I remember all the way through uni, you've always just been oh, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that. You've been dying to start something up, I can tell.
Yeah. I think I stopped Minecraft for multiple reasons, because I think one, I just grew out of it. Two, I just felt I don't know, I didn't want people. I came to uni for a fresh start. I was going to be meeting loads of new people. Everyone I met was going to be a new person, and I didn't want people finding out about my my Minecraft YouTube channel.
Yeah, no, I can get that.
So I didn't, and I like Minecraft, but you want to admit for first impression, someone just coming up oh, Jared plays Minecraft is not great.
Yeah, no, not the verb.
Yeah, and I know, you and I are playing Roblox now, and but it's kind of whatever. I finished uni now, and I don't really mind that much.
Yeah, no, legit. I think it's all just a good time, and I've had a hell of fun. I don't care what anyone says about Roblox. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, and I think that's another thing as well. I think both you and I have we've grown and matured, and we just gotten to that point where we just don't care.
Yeah, no. It's all about the when you're in sixth form, when you're in uni, it's just sort of, oh, what's this person think of me? What does that person think of me? And don't really care anymore.
Yeah, no, 100%. So we're just doing stuff that we just enjoy. And what I like about this channel we've started is that we really don't care that much about how it does. I know so many YouTubers say this and stuff, but we are literally just doing it because we enjoy doing it.
Yeah, 100%.
We enjoy each other's company. We enjoy some games we find. Yeah, we're not just going to play Roblox, but for the time being, I'm going to say I haven't got anything else in mind. I'm not saying that as in I'm not going to consider anything. I just genuinely can't think of any games we could play right now.
Oh yeah. I think the best way to have ideas is just to use your ideas as they come to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. We're just gonna keep doing what we like and just see how it goes, see what works, see what we enjoy, and yeah. And I'm just happy to be back in the creative process again.
Yeah, and you are creative. You've made all the channel art and the thumbnails and everything, and they're really good.
Yeah, they're not bad. I mean, I'm not oh my god, they're incredible, but it's something.
Yeah, they're better than what I could do. Mine would be just some abysmal thing that I shoved together in PowerPoint, saved as a file,
Comic Sans.
Oh yeah, gotta love the Comic Sans.
Yeah.
Oh, the place I work has graphic designers, and they always joke about Comic Sans and how it is the abysmal font, never to be used.
I swear we saw something that was using Comic Sans. It was just I can't. Was it with you? I can't remember, there was this large billboard or something, and they had used Comic Sans, like, non-ironically, and I was just like,
Ooh, that
big
sounds
oof, oof.
Yeah.
God.
There is one very good advert I've seen on a billboard, or I saw it online, but you know what I mean, on a billboard, which was, "We need a graphic designer," just all in Comic Sans falling off the billboard, which I thought was genius.
That's quite smart, that's quite good.
That is good, yeah.
I always remember one billboard I saw. It wasn't really a billboard. I think it was like a really small thing on like the side of a building. But you work in marketing, so I'm not sure if you can shed any light on this. But it had like the big large words "cash" written, but the S was had been flipped, so it had been spelled like backwards. If you know what I mean. And like I thought that's really weird, but like I thought, but that just stuck with me. Like it just sort of caught my eye. I'm like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
I wasn't looking at the sign, but in my peripheral vision, I saw it. I was like, that S is spelled backwards, which made me look at the sign, and I was like, well, okay. I was like, that's quite smart.
Yeah, no, half or three-quarters of the battle in marketing is getting their attention, getting anyone's attention. Because there's so many things, like especially online, where it's just like, we want your attention, we want this, we want that, sell this, buy that, spend money. Like, cutting through the noise is so hard. Like,
but yeah, no, because I think I don't know where I heard this statistic, but apparently we see like 5,000 or something advertisements just like when we walk down the street or something. That there's so much advertisement going on nowadays.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. It would not surprise me, but
obviously not as of recently because we're all stuck inside.
Yeah, no, the whole walking down the street thing is a distant memory.
When was the last time? Because you don't. Did your parents go to the shops?
Last time I sort of went out and did stuff. I go walking because I live like right in the countryside. So I can go walking. There's a few fields that I go to. But yeah, last time I went to buy something or anything was like a couple of weeks ago, easily.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Because we had to do a shop the other day. We live in the city, and I had to send my girlfriend send her into the shop. I had to she had to go into the shop, and we went really late at night. The shop closed at 8, and we went at 7. And to be honest, that's like the best time to go because it's really not busy at all. It's very empty. We went into the Sainsbury's, and it was really empty. And there's not much stuff left, but there's enough to get by. That you can get what you need.
Yeah, there's not nothing. Like, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's all just a bit spooky right now. I'm not a fan of it. But it's all just a bit at the moment because I just want to be able to do normal things again.
Yeah, no, you look online, you see all of the things. You never realise how many things go on until you see this has been postponed, that's been postponed, everything.
Oh, yeah.
You always just forget.
There's so much, like... Oh, man, like... that's one thing, actually, because I know my boxing match it's been postponed, which... I don't know, I think they've just got to cancel it altogether now.
When is it postponed to?
Because they've got the tickets, and like people who are going to the boxing match, people who are fighting in the boxing match, myself included, are all at Plymouth.
Yeah.
So the fact that, and like we're all uni students at Plymouth University, and if this boxing match gets held after May, which I imagine it probably will, because I can't imagine they're going to allow events back on anytime during May. If this boxing match is going to carry on, it's going to be in like June or July, and then that's going to be absolute, like no one's going to be in Plymouth anymore because that's when uni ends. Uni ends in May, so like I don't know. I think they just got to give us some money back because no one's going to want to travel all the way down to Plymouth for it. That's the problem.
No. It's a shame. You were hyped up for that. I remember you saying about the training.
I was so hyped. Literally 2 months training. We were only like less than 2 weeks away from the actual fight.
Yeah, no, I remember messaging you.
Down.
Yeah, it's so crazy how quickly everything happened. Like I had so many plans for like March and April. Well, I say so many. You probably had 10 times as much living out in the country. But I had a lot of plans for me.
what are you going to do?
I don't know. I was going to come see you in your boxing match. That was the main one.
Yeah. Now, I do feel sorry for you because obviously everyone's gone to uni and you're just still in the countryside, but you're working. So like something like that is like,
that's just like a good break for me.
Yeah.
I can come to the city. I can do stuff in a place that doesn't shut down after 11 p.m.
Oh God, yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, literally in my village, the last shop open closes at about, I think it's like 11:15, or 11:30. It's the kebab shop. Lovely kebab shop, but after that, the whole village is dead. The whole village.
Now I remember because I used to live in the village you live in now, and I when I got back from uni during like Easter break or summer,
I
just
remember.
forgot how dead it was.
Culture shock.
It's just like whoa, everything is literally closed by like 11. It's just like Jesus Christ, what's happening?
Back to your days working in the corner shop where you'd have not many people coming in.
Well, yeah, no, I always found it funny working in that shop because. I mean, it was a great experience, like, independency-wise. Like, honestly, I got so much independence. They literally had left me in that store so many times on my own. So I had to work on a till, work on getting things on the shelves, work with customers and all that. It was really good experience. But I was literally there saying, like, this place is going to close down in a few months. Like, there is not enough customers here. Like, it's like a Saturday night, and there's, like... In the last 2 hours of it being open, there was honestly maybe 5 customers come through the door. And that's a push.
It's dead in there. Oh, and alas, a few months later, it got replaced by some other generic corner shop.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Just But honestly, right now it's I'm doing all right. Honestly. Like, I'm trying to keep myself fit. I'm taking my vitamin pills, like vitamin C, my multivitamins, all that good stuff. I'm trying to do workouts, doing my work. The only thing I'm concerned about is just like food, like things like milk. Because milk, obviously, it doesn't have the longest sell-by date.
No, milk's something you have to kind of go out and get every so often. Unless you go out and buy like UHT instant milk, which is disgusting.
That is grim.
Yeah.
I think someone said get like rice milk or something like that.
No.
That's forever. Nah.
Oh.
But so that's like the only concern then when it comes to like stuff like that, like milk or bread or eggs and stuff. It's like that goes out of date quick, and you do need to keep going back to the shops. So yeah, it's just a bit.
Yeah, no, my mum got some milk from a different place to usual because our local shop was so low on it, and I had a swig. And it just tasted like I'd taken a big gulp of cream. It was disgusting.
Oh,
it was gross. Like, nah.
Oh, no. No, thank you.
Oh, no.
But how's it been for you working at home?
It's a bit strange. It's definitely a shock to get used. Well, not a shock, but like a sort of adjustment needed. I've just tried to replicate my workspace, basically. I got 2 screens and everything. I love having 2 screens. It's so good.
How does it work? How does it work for your sleep patterns? Because I know a lot of people's sleep patterns have gone out the window since all this has been going on.
I've been alright. I've actually. Well, to be honest, I'll be honest. I've improved my sleep pattern because I used to drive for half an hour every morning, and I get up an hour later now. So.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking. I know you want to replicate it as much as possible, but I was wondering, do you still wake up at the same time, or?
No. I used to wake up at I'd wake up at 6, get out of bed at 6:15, and now it's 7 and 7:15, which I know is appalling sounding to you, but for me that's like bliss, a lion.
That's mad. Honestly, I actually envy myself. Back in secondary school days, where I had to wake up at 7 a.m. and catch the bus at 8. I do not know how I did that. I genuinely don't. To this day, I could not do that now. Honest to
God. You did it as often as you could. I still remember back when we first met back in sixth form. One of our running jokes that still runs is the fact that you love to be late.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always been my New Year's resolution is don't be late to things. Try to sort out what's the word called?
Punctuality.
Be more punctual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I don't know what it is. I think it stems from the fact that I absolutely hate getting there early, or even like getting there on time, and then you have to wait around for like 5 minutes. You're just like, oh god, this is like, oh, it's so annoying. Because I had a photo shoot once, and I got there on time, and no joke, I was literally waiting around for like an hour before they actually needed me.
That is
no, it was really poorly organised. So like that type of stuff really irritates me when I get to places on time or a little bit early, and then like we're just waiting around for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. It's like, oh my goodness, it drags.
Oh, it must have been agony for you when we went to the airport together. Because I am that dad who loves to get to the airport about 8 hours ahead of schedule. That must have been agony for you. Because I was just like,
nah.
Okay, now we have 3 hours to go. I think we're right on time.
No, honestly though, that with stuff like that though, I'm better. Like when it comes to like when we go to London together, I really like to be like, you know, very organised. Like, okay, getting the bus at this time, got to be here at this time. When it comes to like, important stuff, like when you honestly cannot be late, I am on point for.
Yeah, that is good. That is good.
But when it came to school, it was just a bit like, because to be honest, like when you got to your classes, they didn't start for like 10 minutes. Like when you actually got into like the meat of the actual lesson, it would be like 5 or 10 minutes later.
Yeah, no, it'd be a case of everybody sit down.
Yeah,
how's everybody doing?
Get the books out. Yeah, just like those general stuff.
Blah blah
like
blah.
That.
In IT, you had to wait for the computers to load.
Oh my god!
Our younger viewers may not realise this, but computers once had a loading time.
No, you had it the worst though, didn't you? You literally had to wait about 30 minutes?
Oh, the computers in a certain room were awful. They took 10 to 15 minutes to log on every time, which in an hour lesson was appalling. And I had these lessons across the campus from my other classroom, which was English, right next to which they were terribly disrupting my English lessons by building a new computing place that opened the year after I left.
That.
So I really did not do well there. Well, I got the grades, but
man, that must have been so annoying for you though, because you were struggling so much with the loading times on the computers. But though you were doing your English lessons and you were seeing new computers being built next to you.
Yeah, no, the big computing lab. And that got built while I was right next to it, literally the closest classroom to it. And I'm sure they're so fast in there. Like, it was a shock when I first went to work and my computer took 10 seconds to load. I was like, what the heck is this? This is fantastic.
What is this witchcraft?
What? Let me just restart it, make sure it's not broken. Oh, dear.
Yeah, man. Goodness gracious me, yeah. And for me, like, obviously, being at uni, we've had a few... Which, actually, no, I haven't had a single lecture. I've had a few meetings using, like, Skype and stuff, but we're actually technically on our Easter break right now, so we don't have any lessons, which is pretty good. Pretty easy. It's worked out all right in that sense.
That's good.
But yeah, no, we've just been told that if we want extenuating circumstances, then we can just automatically get it for obvious reasons.
That's good, yeah. It's always good when the uni supports you. If you're like sort of dropped in these things and you have no support, it's really bad.
Oh yeah, God, yeah. But everything is all good. Everything's lovely.
Yeah. It was pretty mad for me as well, because
it's just annoying. It's just annoying because like you want to be able to go outside. It's just like the sun's finally come out in England, so it's like you just want to get like a fruity cider, go outside, or go to the pub and sit in the garden or something, you know, and just like drink with your mates. That's what you want to do now, and it's like, why?
Like, it's like nearly 8 and it's still light outside. It's so nice out there. It's just a bit breezy, just a bit cool. That spring sort of vibe. That hasn't stopped me drinking fruity cider, believe me, but you know.
Because I'm definitely coming back to the countryside and we're going to go out for a few drinks.
Oh yeah, that's definitely going to be a plan for us. I think that was a plan anyway, but you know, even more reason to do it now. Now we have an excuse to drink all the time.
I actually cannot tell what's going to happen when this all blows over. Like, are people just going to flock to the pubs, or are people still going to be a little bit apprehensive?
Can I be cynical? Can I give my guess for what's going to go on?
Yes.
So I think it'll all be sort of over enough that everything can cool down. Everyone's going to flock to like big events that got postponed, like everything, like the Comic Cons, the big cons, that sort of thing. The pub. Everyone's going to meet up with all their friends. And there's going to be a massive spike in cases, and it's all going to go off again.
Do you reckon?
I think that's my bet for what's going to go down.
So you think the government's going to be, all right, you guys are allowed out now. Everyone's going to go out, and then the government's going to be like, oh shit, no, get back in.
Yes. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, because then we all get shut back in for however long. But no, that's what I reckon's going to happen.
I can't tell with holidays either. People going to book holidays like crazy, or people going to be like, nah.
I don't know.
I think it depends on what other countries are like as well.
It's like we're in our sort of worst stage now. But if somebody books a holiday to somewhere that next year is in its worst stage, they're going to have a real problem.
Yeah. No. I honestly think what is going on now is honestly going to like just shape humanity as we see it.
Oh yeah.
I think people are going to be so different coming out from this. I think people are going to be so like more hygienic and be a little bit more careful of that type of stuff. I think everyone's going to be a little bit apprehensive about going to the big events now.
Yeah, and I think it'll take all of that lot a very long time to recover or get back to what they used to be in that regard.
I wonder if it's going to shape things up, like work-wise. Like, are businesses and places going to realise they don't need a building? Can they be like, oh, people can just work from home?
Yeah, no, I've thought that a few times, because it's really sort of stress-tested the use of Teams and Zoom and all the other millions of ones that crop up for remote and home working. Buildings are expensive to run. You only need it as long as it's useful. And if I know anything about business, it's that the second something costs more money than it's supposed to, it gets cut. So,
how would you feel if we all came out of this and your company just turned around and said, "You're going to be working from home from now on"?
Probably be all right. I don't mind my setup. I do miss sort of talking day to day with colleagues though.
Yeah, no, I will be shocked if it happens, because honestly, people will just get so lonely.
Yeah.
Literally, they wouldn't have any colleagues like that. They will just be them in their house.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's it. I think it's healthy to have that, especially if you're in a relationship as well. If you've got a partner, you need to have more friends, you know?
Yeah.
You need to get out and do stuff.
Yeah, no. I think going out will recover a lot quicker than sort of going back to work, just because people want to do that. If that makes any sense.
It's crazy though, how this is affecting places, like different companies. It's either one side or the other. Some companies are absolutely just getting devastated right now, and other companies are making an absolute bag right now, minted.
Yeah, no.
It's just crazy how much this is affecting places.
Yeah, the supermarkets, I was watching on the news earlier, they've had basically the same surge in business and surge in sales as when Christmas rolls around, which is crazy big, yeah.
I would have thought this would have been more than Christmas. I thought this is the whole country needing to get food.
Probably is, yeah. A few the local butchers and that he was saying he's having trouble getting supply and stock in because the big supermarkets are just buying all of it at the moment to get things restocked. Really? Yeah.
No way. Damn. But, that's a problem though. It's kind of frustrating for me in the sense that I need to find placement this year.
Yeah, that's gonna be tricky actually. How are you doing with that?
No companies are looking for anyone right now because obviously for obvious reasons of what's going on, that is the bottom of their list. Also, a lot of companies are struggling right now, so the last thing they want to do is go and start hiring people.
Yeah, no, my company's pretty much in the same position. It was pretty much sort of edging on half and half whether I'd stay on with my company or go to university in September or whenever. But yeah, with the whole outbreak thing, it's pretty much definite I'm going to uni. They can't afford to keep me at this stage.
Oh, no way. So have they told you that then?
It's all but confirmed, yeah. To be fair, yeah, I think it was the virus that sort of was the last nail in the coffin for that.
Really? Damn, they were literally like, okay, so you're definitely not going to be working with us anymore.
Yeah. No, to be fair, nobody's officially told me that yet, but it's, yeah, pretty much confirmed. As in, I've discussed my end date with them and said, oh, my last day is this day, and they're like, yes, your last day is this day. Which is a pretty good indicator.
Damn, that is crazy. Jesus. But like, even like if I want to get like a little part-time job as well, like work behind a bar, work in a pub, like that's gonna be tricky as well because a lot of pubs obviously aren't open. They just want to like open the doors again, get revenue up.
Yeah, they want to desperately get people in through the doors.
They don't want to be hiring more people. So it's really hard right now, especially for someone in my position leaving university. I'm actually in a really bad position because it's not like I'm in second year or first year where, oh, whatever, I'm just going to uni again in September. It's, I'm leaving uni, I got to find a job, and nowhere is hiring because of this global pandemic.
Yeah, no, that is shady. If you need cash, the supermarkets are probably the only ones who are desperately hiring. Hope you fancy being a nurse or a doctor.
Yeah, it's like literally the only places that are hiring are places of very high risk right now.
Yeah, no, the places you don't want to be.
It's really scary though. Like, I always think, God, I'm so scared of like something happens to me, like I have an accident or something, not to do with the virus, but to just do with like if I broke my arm or something. Like I would have to go to hospital for that, and hospital's the last place I want to go to right now.
Yeah, I think so a lot of places are sort of separating their hospitals and sort of other wards off, and the big Navy ship that went into New York the other day, that's just for ordinary patients, and all of the virus patients are being treated on onshore hospitals.
Oh, man.
It's just to support.
Did you see in XL where MCM's held? They've like converted that completely to like NHS beds and stuff.
Oh yeah, the XL where Comic-Con's held.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. My parents were looking at it on the news, saying, "Oh wow, that's a big place." And I was like, "Oh wow, that's where like Comic-Con is." I've been there like a few times.
It's a bit spooky, isn't it? It's like seeing the outside of it. Like that's where we walk up to the entrance.
Yeah, we've been in that place.
And like it's really weird seeing it without anything, no walls, no nothing. It's just the arena.
You realise how big it is. Like it's a gigantic space, which is perfect for the NHS, really. Like,
yeah, I think they got 4,000 beds in there, don't they?
Yeah, also. Yeah, I saw that on the news, like moving the beds in. So
yeah,
it's crazy.
But yeah, no, it's, hopefully, fingers crossed, this whole thing gets sorted.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's going to get sorted eventually. It's the fear of not knowing when. We have nobody knows.
Yeah, no. There's the odd tweet you see on like online, and it's just like, this is ridiculous. We need to know when coronavirus will end. And I'm just like, well, nobody knows. Ask the virus.
Nobody knows. We literally have no idea. Like, I know like doctors and stuff are working their absolute hardest to find a vaccine, but we don't know.
We have the best guess and we have the vaccine, but yeah, apart from that, it's anybody's guess.
And even when they do find the vaccine, it's going to take so long to distribute that.
Oh yeah, getting everybody vaccinated is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, so it's just like, I don't know how long it's going to. I'm not even going to put like weeks on it. I have no idea. Just
the latest. The latest government guesses are 6 months or so. Which what does that take us to? September or so.
Oh goodness. I didn't think this whole thing was going to affect my birthday, but I think it might do now.
I'm resigned to the fact that it will affect my birthday, which is in 8 days.
We should actually do something. No, honestly, let's actually do something with the squad. Let's get like a Skype call. We all go have a few drinks. Yeah, let's do that.
I think that's a good shout, actually.
Yeah,
because I'm off then as well. Because of because of cash flow, my company's closing for Easter. So sweet, I'm on holiday. Long story short.
Honestly, we will do that. We will Skype call, have a few drinks, play a few games, and try and make it a good birthday.
Lovely. That actually sounds so class. That's better than what I was planning to do for my birthday before the virus struck, actually. Which was kind of relatively nothing. Cool.
I think we'll wrap it up there then. I think pretty much said what we needed to say.
Yeah, I think that's a good end point. I will click stop on this now then.
Yeah, I don't know how to wrap up a podcast, but thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully just stay safe, and we'll probably see you in the next podcast or the next video we release on the channel.
Yeah, see you guys.
Alright, bye-bye.
Bye.